Okay. Yeah, right. Okay.
Hey guys, we're doing a little Zoom just to go over the new party that we're trying. I did one last night. It was kind of a test run, and it went pretty well. Nobody has bought yet, so I don't look at that as a loss because I made 15 new friends last night, 3 of which want to have a loyal agreement at some point, but they're all getting paid on the 1st of April. So they didn't sign up during the party last night. And since they weren't able to sign up during the party, and they will not be able to sign up during my loyal link, because last night was a loyal party, I'm going to offer them a free wrap when they sign, or I'm sorry, I'm going to offer a free wrap to the hostess for each person that signs up as a loyal, because I will be able to enroll them separately instead of on her referral link, because her referral link will already be extinct by that point. You guys are doing them as distributors, and here's the thought process on this whole new thing. We're going to offer 3 boxes of free wraps. You may not give away 3 boxes of free wraps, but the idea is to start a referral train. So I'm going to use Robin as an example. Robin's going to have a party on Tuesday night. Monday night, this is kind of like step 1. Monday night, she's going to post on her page, I've got 3 boxes of wraps to give away for free. Who wants one? So your first step is the night before your party, you're going to post on your Facebook page. You can post it on your Instagram if you want. I've got 3 boxes of wraps to give away for free. Who wants one? Don't give out any information. Don't say it's a party. You're just waiting to see who comments below that they want a box. And every time somebody comments, I want it, what's the catch, me, whatever it is, you're not going to post what you're doing. You're just going to say, I'm going to PM you. Because every time there's an interaction on that thread, it drives it into the traffic of other people's feeds. So you want to acknowledge all of those. You want to like every comment. You want to comment, I'll PM you. Like every comment, say I'll PM you. And then you're going to private message them. So step 1 is really we set up your party. So you guys have all had your party set up. You're going to post on your page and say, I have 3 boxes of wraps to give away. Who wants one? And I would say comment below me to claim your box. And then you're going to private message them. And when you private message them, you're going to basically invite them to become a loyal. And what's going to happen is if Robin comments on my thread and says, oh my gosh, I want a box of wraps, I'm going to message Robin and I'm going to say, oh my gosh, I'm so excited that you want a box of wraps. They're usually $99, but if you want to sign up, I'm having a party tomorrow. If you want to become a loyal before the party, I can give you my price of $59. And then anyone that orders during the party, I'll be able to use your link and you will get a free box of wraps as part of our referral train. So if Robin becomes a loyal before the party, don't let this happen 5 minutes before the party unless you're desperate. You're encouraging people to sign up early. So Robin says, okay, yeah, you know what, that's great. I've always wanted wraps. I would like to sign up for wraps. And then when the first person during the party buys, that person's going to use Robin's referral. Now, I tried a lot of different conversations yesterday with like wording to see which one worked the best with people. I'm going to put in my notes that I'm going to share with you guys the one I think went the best. That was trial and error. So the more we do these parties, the better we're going to get at that. Some people kept saying, I don't even know what It Works is. I've never heard of it. And I was like, in my head, you know me. I'm like, if you've never heard of it, then why do you want a free box of wraps? Of course you've heard of it. Like, don't be dumb. But I couldn't say that because I was trying to be nice. So I would say things like, I'll send you the screenshots of what I sent. The first set of messages kind of like fell flat because they all said, I don't know what it is. I don't really understand. Then I finally I went with a little bit longer intro message. But it was basically like, thanks for checking out the party. I'm super excited. You want to get a free box of wraps. I didn't really ask if she knew about It Works. I just said, if you would like a free box of wraps, I'd love to get you signed up as a loyal. You choose any product that you're interested in. And, oh, no, I'll go back up to why. Any product you're interested in, and then anybody that signs up during the party, we can use your link and they'll sign up and you'll get a free box of wraps. What I did when I opened the party, and this is what I want you guys all to do. If you have a page, like a business page, you're going to post that into the party. I've made all the main people hostess, co-hosts. You're going to post into the party as one of the things that they can do for an entry is to go to your business page and like your page and then come back and say that they did that. And one of the reasons I did that was one of the main posts that I had was a Fat Fighters post. I was looking for 10 testers for Fat Fighters. So a couple of girls went over to my page. They liked that post and then came back and said, hey, I went to your page and I liked it. They liked the post, but that let me know that they were interested in Fat Fighters. So then I came back to their message and said, oh my gosh, if you sign up for Fat Fighters, that's $23. If you sign up for Fat Fighters, we can still get the referral link and then you can start the referral train. And that's where 2 girls said to me, I don't get paid till April 1st. One girl actually went to my website and started filling things out because I had that separate website and I got she was here filling out your information. So she started her order and then realized she had to use a credit card. I said, oh, I can't do that till April 1st. So I had 2 girls sign up for a party to do their own in April. I had 2 girls say they wanted to be loyals, one of which is the party. And then I have 3 girls, there's a post in there that comes up that are interested in the distributorship. So I'm going to run through the party real quick. But the idea here is the first thing you do is the night before, ask who's interested in the wraps. The next morning, whether you've gotten rid of a box of wraps or not, you're going to post, I've got 2 boxes of wraps remaining, hurry up. And then try to get somebody else in as a loyal. Sorry, my computer just went crazy. Get somebody else in as a loyal. And then around 3 o'clock, I think there's a scheduled post that goes into the party. And I have all of those pre-scheduled. They're going to go out, as we schedule them. But you guys, as the hostesses of your party, I want you interacting. So as somebody RSVPs, if somebody likes or comments, don't expect me to be the one interacting with your people. I want you guys interacting with your friends because they're going to see that. And you want to know, almost like I keep a list in a different notebook because I just changed, of all the people that like my posts. So if I posted about the system and they like it, I write that down during a party so that I can go back later with my follow-up and just say, oh my gosh, you like that system post. Is that something you might be interested in? I'll give you more information. They might just be liking it because they're just trying to be supportive of the party. I don't care. I'm still going to message them. If they like everything, I message them with something like, oh my gosh, you were so excited in the party. You liked every single post. Do you want to be a DT? Because I don't even know these people. Like, you'll know them. They're your friends. My cousin likes every post I ever post. Swears she's going to be a DT someday, and she probably will. So I don't message her anymore. I just message her once a week and say like family stuff. But you'll get to know your likers as they like. All right. The party. There is a selfie post as check-in. So I say like, hey guys, we're almost ready to check in. Take a selfie, post it so we know you're here. And I don't know, we had 10 girls last night posting selfies. It was so cute. And I want you guys to go in and I want you to like all those pictures and I want you to interact with them. And then like, if somebody said they're coming and they haven't RSVP'd, they haven't shown up, tag them. It's like, come on girl, get in here. Call them out. You want to get those people involved that said they're coming. The more you go out on a limb with this, and I know it's hard. I get it. Totally get it. It's so hard to put yourself out like this. But the more you get out there and say like, Jane, oh my gosh, Jane, the party started. I haven't seen your selfie yet. You know what I mean? Like kind of letting people know you're paying attention to the fact that they were going to come and they didn't come. I've had girls kind of come in 30 minutes late just because they were doing dishes or whatever, and that's fine. But you just acknowledging that you realize they were coming sometimes kind of internalizes it more for people, other than they're just saying, sure, I'm going to show up, and then not showing up. So there's a selfie post, and then there's a series. There's not a lot. There's only 10 posts total. There's a series of posts, the system, Fat Fighters. It's super, super basic. It's not a long party at all. It's 45 minutes start to finish. There's one post about the business, and it says basically who would like $500 a month, like would it help you or your family? And I had girls like me. And I just said underneath like, oh my gosh, you guys would be a Ruby. And I didn't even have a Ruby slide, And then at the end, I went back in and said, oops, I forgot to post this. And I showed a picture of the ruby, where it says best friend. And I said, look, the three of you all together, you're already this top line. You're almost to $500, for a month. So now when I follow up with them tonight, that will be where I start. I'm not going to start with the fat fighters. I'm going to start with, would you be interested in $500 a month? Can I show you how we do it? Because as much as I want loyals, because there's people that need volume, a distributor who's going to bring in 200 in volume under another distributor who's at 200 in volume is still a $400. And if we haven't gone through charting, we need to go through charting with you, because I'm telling you, stacking has saved so many promotions in the past 2 months. So a lot of times people will ask, like, why am I stacking so low? Why am I placing? And anytime you want to see my chart, I'll show you my chart. I have people that are 6 and 7 levels stacked below that are rising up to become executives and rubies. So don't ever be afraid to stack until you get to diamond, because combined volume is combined volume. I don't know. It's just crazy. Okay, so there's 10 posts. I threw a ruby post in at the end to be the 10th. I have to go back in tonight and announce the winners. I did not announce the winners last night because I kind of wanted to drag it out a little bit so that I can go back in, announce the winners, and still have time to follow up with all of them. You guys, some of you were doing like mini team parties. Just make sure you're only following up privately with your people. Don't do your team a favor and follow up with their people. That's a no-no. If I invite someone, I follow up with them. You don't need to do any of my work for me, and no one expects you to do their work for them. If you have a private conversation and as a leader you're helping someone, that is completely different. But please don't cross those bounds. Just don't do it. We've had problems. Just stick with your people. That was really it. I have 3 boxes. The next morning I have 2 boxes left. Those are where you're getting your leads from. Now, the other thing I will say is these parties are so simple. Once they go up and they're going up on Evernote, you guys can literally share them from Evernote into a party. I would do this for every single loyal that signs up. Anybody who signs up as a loyal, I would say, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. You have a referral link. You could get free boxes of wraps. Why don't we do a party for you? Don't give it, or even just say, I've got Wednesday night and Thursday night. Which one works better? We're doing a party to get you free stuff. And they'll always say, I'd rather use it first. No, you don't. Because by the time you get it and you use it, it's 2 weeks in and then your friends don't order. So just kind of force them to have the party. Because even if they only get 50 BV, 50 BV could be the difference between a qualified leg and a non-qualified leg. And it's 45 minutes of your time. To me, 45 minutes for 50 BV is so worth it. And if that 50 BV turns into 400 BV or a DT down the road, this is a numbers game. The more people we talk to, the better off we are. If you need me to run some for you, please let me know, because I do have cinch share. I just would rather kind of like at some point kind of pass these on to the leaders too, because there's just getting so many that I'm afraid I'm going to get blocked on Facebook. That's the biggest fear I have. I don't care about the time element as much as I care about getting blocked. That would be really sucky. So if you guys have questions, I am recording this. I don't know if it's going to work or not. The last 2 times I tried to record it, it came out in negative and you couldn't hear anything. So hopefully this worked. I have it all typed up and I'm going to send that out through Evernote. If you haven't done Evernote yet, just get it. Robin nodding. Get it. Because Robin showed it to me and I got it and now I love it. Especially now that I can make notebooks. That's changed my life. Did any questions, Robin?
Any questions? Let me see. Nothing like being on the spot.
If it made sense, that's great, but I assume I don't make sense.
Well, no, you do make sense. You do. So essentially the people that are they having an opportunity to invite many of their friends in that?
Any distributor? Okay, this is what I did. I posted, I have 3 boxes of wraps. Who wants one? In the party, because it was a loyal party. And then they all said yeah, and I messaged them. I said, go to my business page and like it, which might be a little bit weird with you guys with team parties. We have more than one link in there. I might not do that in that kind of party. And then I did a post that said, invite all your friends. And when you've invited all your friends, post below for an additional entry. And these are all timed. I'll look up all the times so you guys have the schedule. But I think that one's like the morning of the party. I think I did that like 8 hours before the actual party. I said, invite all your friends. And then at 3 o'clock in that afternoon, I think I said, we have 1 box of wraps left. That way, anybody who's been invited since then has the chance to say, oh, I want that box of wraps. So, there's a progression. And it's all literally timed out in Evernote. You can see like what it'll say, like the 5:15 post, the 3 o'clock post, 11 o'clock post. I tried to save it so it made sense. And obviously, if your party's in the morning, you're going to change that time frame. Which I think next week on spring break, I'm going to try to do some in the morning, kind of catch people on that, before the day goes, because I think that's a lunchtime party. This just gives us a lot of options. I like it. So anything else that I was confusing on?
Okay, well, so if you're doing the DT party, like you were saying.
Yeah.
Process is still pretty much the same? Or?
Yeah, the only thing I would avoid in the DT party is posting your personal business link, because if you have 3 distributors in there, that might be weird. The other thing I would suggest is, as a team, if you're doing a party and you have friends that are the same, you may want to have a private conversation before you start. Like if you've ever had a DT conversation with this person, if you're your team leader, it's easier because you can say, look, I've already talked to them and I know you're friends with them and we can work that out. But you kind of do want to figure that stuff out ahead of time. I think these are really well planned to be by themselves. Maybe 1 or 2 DTs. I wouldn't get more than that, just because then it just turns into a team party, and that's really not the objective of this. It's supposed to be you are hosting this. But for our first one, I was just glad to get them in there. However we can do it. But yeah, I would just have conversations. I know that's time consuming, but I think it's necessary.
That makes sense.
Anything else that I've screwed up?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. All right, so I am going to finalize the Evernote link, and then I'm going to post it. I'll post it in all the chats, and I will post it on the Dream Team page. I'm not posting it on NJ Skinny yet, just because that whole team is not involved. So I want to kind of roll it out this week and see how it goes. Beth's team stayed with the original party Sunday night for this week, and then when we see how this goes, they're going to decide. So I don't want to confuse people, because I just can't deal with one more message with confusion. So I'm just going to stick with our team chats and make sure that we're all on the same page. And then next week, when she figures out what she wants to do, if we go wide on NJ Skinny, I'll put it up there. But for now, I'm going to just send it out. If I can, I'm going to save this and put it on my YouTube, and then just send you guys the link to that so you can watch it. I have no idea how to do that, but I will figure it out. I've done it before, but not from my computer. I am such a techno idiot. Sometimes I laugh because I'm like, I have no idea how I got this far and I still don't know what button to push. So if I can do it, anybody can do it. I think that's it. I think you guys should have a good time. I think that if you haven't scheduled one, get on it. And I mean that in the nicest way, because I love you and I want to see you be successful. That's it. That's all I got. All right. So tomorrow night, I have a bunch of you going tomorrow night. So if I haven't sent you your link or invited you to your party, just punch me, send me a little message and say, Call, I didn't get the link to my party. Oh my God, the most important part. These parties are not public. These parties are private. When I create the link, I make it private, which means you cannot just share the link. And there's a reason for that. Multiple reasons for that. One reason is, this is not for everybody. This is not for you to share and then some random DT that you're friends with jumps into your party. Because when you do a public party, that is what happens. I will post our link, people will share it, and then people from other teams are in our party, and that freaks me out. I am all about one team, one mission. I have no problem with one team, one mission. I have lots of friends that are distributors that we've shared parties. But when you don't know that person well and they come into your party, we've had a lot of issues with poaching. And poaching is, I go into your party, you don't really know me, and I'm messaging all your friends behind the scenes, offering them free boxes of wraps to sign up with them. So I'm trying to protect you by making this private, which makes it a little harder for you. You actually have to invite every one of your friends to the party because they won't be able to see the link until they've been invited. I do highly recommend messaging and saying, I'm having a party, can you come? I'd love for you to be there. You know, always end with a question mark of some sort. I'd love for you to be there, question mark, works for me. But until you invite, until you hit that invite button, you can't just shoot them the link. They won't see it. If you've invited your friends and you share the link, the ones who you've invited can see it. So I say you're not inviting me. I can't see it, but you've invited Robin. Robin can see it. So somebody might say, oh, I can't see your link. Well, that's fine if you don't want them there. Oh, sorry, not for you. But if you do want them there, you say, oh, I'll invite you, and then you can see it. But yeah, just so you know, it's not an easy peasy share the link and everything's going to be fine and dandy. The other reason is, I hate saying this because you guys know I'm all about compliance. There are not a ton of compliant pictures, corporate approved compliant pictures for everything that's new. There's only a few. So when you are in these parties and I post something about the system and you post underneath it all of your before and afters, if they're not corporate approved yet and it's a private party, you are much less likely to get snagged. If it's a public party and you're posting non-compliant pictures, that could be like a magnet for, wow, they're just sharing non-compliant pictures. And if another distributor sees you doing that and reports you to compliance, there is nothing we can do about it. So be very careful who you invite. Don't invite other distributors to your party. And please be aware, if you think that person might be a loyal customer with somebody else, don't invite them to your party, which is why I kind of like messaging them ahead of time. But yeah, so I get it at this point if there are things that you need to share. Like if you want to share your before and after picture in a private party, that's your before and after picture, but don't share it publicly unless it's been corporate approved. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. You know, I'm not saying never show anybody your picture, but don't post it publicly on social media because did I tell you guys about the executive that got put into compliance jail and wasn't allowed into their e-suite because they shared a picture the same as a presidential. And since 2 weeks ago, there's been a few other people that's happened to. So you'll notice a lot of the upper people have been sharing only compliant pictures. Even Jade put up status last night like, hey, share your corporate approved pictures here. And 5 people commented. So there's just not a lot out there yet. But yeah, just protect your business. And if you're sharing things, share them privately with people that you trust. And if you're at a party, only do it on a private party. Is that good? Okay. All right. So I'm going to save this. I'm going to try to upload it to YouTube. And if you guys have questions, shoot them to me and I'll talk to you later.